Thank you very much for receiving me here at Manhire Palace, and gentlemen, very nice to meet you as well. This is a very special occasion for me. It's not only the first time to come to Kumasi, it's also the first time that a resident Austrian ambassador is coming here. I don't know whether you're aware of it, but we were covering our relations to Ghana out of Nigeria so far, and in September we opened a new embassy in Accra. The embassy is currently growing and setting up, and I'm here together with my deputy and colleague, Mr. Christian Irbinger. And we had 5 embassies in Sub-Saharan Africa so far, which is not a lot. And when the decision was taken that we would enlarge our network, Ghana was a logical choice for many reasons, because we share a strong commitment when it comes to human rights, rule of law, security, and at the same time our relations have very much intensified over the past years, with Ghana having opened an embassy in Vienna bilaterally and with the United Nations, and we have now followed suit. And to maybe just give a brief overview of what we are doing here, if I may, one of the reasons why we came here was very much our cooperation that we have in the field of security. We are working on capacity building with the KPTC in Accra, but we are also training military dogs, which are being used at the northern border. And we're also having a strong dialogue with Ghana on security in the region, hoping that we can intensify that over the time, because very much we are aware that if we have a secure and safe region here, this is benefiting Europe and vice versa. So we are trying to make this a mutually beneficial work. We have, I think, a good economic exchange, but as our minister said when he was here to open the embassy, there's room for improvement. I see this as one of the tasks that I will have in the 4 years of being an Austrian ambassador here, to see how we can bring more life into our economic relations. We had some very successful companies building hospitals here, a total of around 2,600 hospital beds across the country. And I will later today be going to the waste treatment plant, which is run on Austrian machines. So we'll have a look at that as well, and I hope that there will be more here, because also that was the task that I received from my minister. There needs to be more between Austria and Ghana in that area. But I was really surprised, when you arrive in a new country that doesn't really look back at long established relations. There's already a very well-established exchange also in the area of arts, people to people, academics, and this is something that we very much want to build upon. We will be opening a cultural forum. I'm particularly proud of that. That is a platform and an umbrella under which we combine all our cultural work. And we only have one so far in Africa. Ghana is going to be the second one now, after South Africa. And we just came from the KNUST University, the Department of Art, Faculty of Art. I just recently was in the counterpart in Vienna, and I met Ghanaian students there. So this exchange will be continuing, and I hope that with having an embassy here now, we will have a chance to really solidify this with our presence, and hope that we can go into a more long-term approach. And I was also asking a bit, what is connecting us with Kumasi, with the region of the Asante, and I spoke to somebody who was here just a couple of years ago. He came with a photo of a painting, asking whether Your Majesty would know the person on it. It was showing a Ghanaian royal, and you were directing him to the Ga people in Osu. Meanwhile, those original pictures have re-emerged. They were painted by the most famous painters in Austria. And those colleagues are now producing a whole documentary which will be shown on Austrian television. And it will be featuring also an interaction that he had with Your Majesty here. So I hope that we can, again, bring a bit of Ghana to Austria and a bit of Ghanaian tradition. So I hope that this is only going to be our first visit to Kumasi, and that we can also, in our work, strengthen the ties not only between Austria and Ghana, but also see how we can connect on the various levels that are going on between the Asante region and Austria.
Thank you. Kumasi, and I believe you've gone to the university, so you have a bit of, tasted a bit of Kumasi in a way, the art and the museum over there. I don't know whether they took you there. And therefore, that is what we have here. And but let me say that we are thankful to Austria for opening your mission now. Previously, it was at a consulate level, and now you have. Our former president visited you in 2018, and also was part of the high-level discussions in 2019. And your president also, your chancellor also came here in 2023 at the time. That, to me, cemented the relationship that we have. We know that Austria is good with renewable energy. That's what we are also looking at now. And therefore, in this age of greens, we would want a collaboration in that area. I know that the waste management section that you have collaboration with Zoom Lion and everything and Just One. So I believe strongly that with that as a beginning, we still can increase that. Waste management is a major problem here for us here in Ghana and in Kumasi, for example. And so the volume of waste that we create and how we can turn that into something useful is something into, i.e. fertilizers, whatever it is to inure into the farm and everything, is something that we still would encourage a partnership there where you can encourage your companies to come for us to do that. We're also looking at agriculture, for example, which I know Austria also is very good. So those are all areas that we would encourage you during your duty tour of 4 years to be able to bring us together in that angle. The trade, 50 million euros trade balance is not good for us, knowing that Austria is a major European country with the resources and everything. So maybe I would encourage you to also do that. And we have AFTA, for example, African continental trade, with a population of about 1.3 billion here. So that's an avenue for us to use also. So the market is here, the manpower is here and everything. So the collaboration could be there. And therefore, these are all areas that I would encourage you to be looking at. And the manpower resources are also here. We've trained so many students in the engineering and areas and everything, agriculture, everything is there. The universities are training up very qualified people. And what we need to do is not about aid to Ghana. No, I don't know. We need to trade and then collaborate in a way that it will be a win-win situation for both countries in respect of creating employment for our people and all that. So these are all various areas that I would encourage you to look at. And I believe strongly that, like you said, this is not the first time that you're going to be here. I think I would encourage you for us to have a collaboration so that we can even form a small joint group to be looking at here in Austria what can be done together. And then we can then look at it to do it. In the area of art, interestingly, this evening we are giving an awards to this evening. I don't know whether you are staying because I could have invited you to come this evening from 6 p.m. We are doing an award ceremony for world-renowned artists who have done so much in the work of art. We have some people coming today, this evening, for us to award them, especially Ghanaian artists who have done well internationally, well-known ones. So that we want that area also for children, school students to accept that that is also our culture and our identity, and therefore we can do that. So that's also another area that we can do. When we finish today, I can let them get in touch with you so that we can take it further from there. So there's much that we can do together, and I believe that your duty tour would help to cement this relationship and broaden the base of what we can do together. So I thank you very much for coming today, and I know that your tour of Kumasi would enlighten you to know exactly where we are and where we can take it from, and that by the time you're finishing your tour here, we would have taken it further more than anything else. So thank you for coming. Thank you very much.
Let me thank you, Your Majesty, and the areas that you have outlined are exactly the areas why we are here in Ghana. And I've already, actually I just came back 2 months ago from Austria, where I was trying to find the right entry points in Austria to see who we can bring here exactly in those areas, to have, as you also very rightly mentioned, dialogue at eye level. And I think there's also one thing to say that about both our economy and us. Usually when we come to stay, and we are very reliable partners. So I definitely hope, and your points, Your Majesty, are very well taken, that when I will be leaving Ghana in 4 years, our relations will already be at a much higher level, and I hope that we can see work that is being done in the area of, be it green technology, be it agriculture. I just visited the university that we have, University for Life Sciences in Vienna, which is one of the leading universities in that area. They just signed a memorandum of understanding with the University of Ghana. So I hope that all of this can be the foundation to build on, and to really see that we can have that into a very well and strong cooperation. So yes, I will definitely take that with me. Thank you also for the suggestion to establish a more regular dialogue. We are definitely open to that, and I'm sure we will be connected to the right
I'll
people.
sign someone to that. That's right.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay.
Thank you.
Excellency, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Majesty, thank you very much.